Okay, Clint, before we get started, I got a question for you. What is your go-to feel good, get you in the mood Christmas song?
Islands in the Stream by Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton.
Not that kind of mood, Clint. I'm
Oh,
talking
my
about
bad.
talking
My
about
bad. That's a
Christmas,
complete other kind of mood.
giving, celebration, family.
You
Come
know,
on.
my two go-to Christmas songs that are like my favorite Christmas songs. They don't necessarily get me in the holiday spirit, but I love me some Blue Christmas by Elvis.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, have a blue.
Thank you for singing that. Yes.
Anyway, and then also I love me a little Last Christmas by Wham. Last
Wow,
Christmas
yeah.
I gave
Listen,
you
if
my
you
heart.
don't have Wham on your Christmas playlist, what are you even doing?
You're doing it all wrong.
But you know what mine is, Clint?
I have no idea.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh man, that's good.
Do you know when I was first introduced to that song?
I have no idea.
Well, kids, back in the day before you got all your music on your phone, okay, or watched it on YouTube,
Right? Yeah.
there were these things called records.
I mean, yeah.
And you could, if you had money, you could afford the big record that had all the songs on the album.
Yeah.
Or you could just get these little ones at Walmart, or well, all we had was Walmart. We lived in the country. And they were singles, and they had one song on one side,
45s.
45s, I believe. I think that's right. And they would, I went and bought Born in the USA because that was the most popular song out at the time.
Yeah, I mean, the kids loved it.
But on the back side, there was always another song, right?
Yeah.
And on the back side of Born in the USA was Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So as a little chubby 7-year-old,
Yeah.
I think that's how old I was when that came out. Because if I remember the house, I would listen to it on the
Yeah.
record player. That I was jamming out to Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Travis, I'm thinking if I could go back and talk to that little 7-year-old kid, that
What
little
would you
chubby
say to him?
7-year-old,
Because he needs some
I'd say,
advice.
you listen, one day you're going to come across this podcast
Yes.
and you're going to need to just give it a like. Little
Yeah.
chubby 7-year-old Travis,
That's right.
give it a like. And then share it.
Where's
Share
my
it.
G.I. Joes?
Share it. Like, then subscribe. And that little kid will go, "What's a podcast?" But
Yeah.
but he'll need to like, share, and subscribe. And
So
you
you
do
would
too.
tell 7-year-old Travis to like, share, subscribe,
Right, 100%.
and you wouldn't say anything about Google
Yeah, yeah.
invest
Like,
in. Hey, the first time you hear about Bitcoin, drop a few bucks in it, dude. It's worth it. I know you
okay,
won't be
first
able
off,
to explain it or
if
understand
little
it.
7-year-old you saw this guy come back from the future, it'd be like,
No,
hey
back
kid,
then
I'm
there
giving you some
wasn't.
advice. Like, no.
Back then there was no stranger danger with me. I'd talk to anybody. I was an idiot.
No,
So,
that tracks.
I mean, if I wouldn't have eaten them out of house and home, I would have been kidnapped easy.
Yeah.
It's not, anyway. And if I wouldn't have been so heavy to carry,
Yeah, no.
So anyway, kids and kids at heart that remember Santa Claus is coming to town. And by the way, Santa Claus, this week you got I know you're busy, but when you put the ear pods in, you need something to listen to. We're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, whichever one you use.
Ignore your family.
Like, share,
Listen to us.
subscribe. And while you're at it, speaking of good music, how about some Sean Michelle?
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4. You ever seen a lame man walk? Ever heard a dumb man talk? Ever seen a blind man see? I promise you will change his life. You ever seen a cancer dead? Ever seen all the poor get fed? Ever seen a prisoner set free? I promise you will change his life. Changes me, my Lord, changes me. Can you hear me now? Church, can you hear me now? Ever seen a broken heart made whole? Ever seen an orphan find a home? Ever seen a weak find the strength? I promise you will change his life. Ever seen the sick get healed? Ever seen a mystery revealed? Ever seen a dead man raised? I promise you a chance.
What's up, everybody? It's time for the Hawg Slop podcast. I'm your boy, bigger T. Joined as always by my man, Big C, the Hall of Famer.
Thank you so much.
Also, AKA Wildcard Colton Cash.
Yes, I was.
Clint Clark, how you doing, buddy?
I was also the goat for a brief moment. Let me tell you, Travis. I grew up, decided I wanted to wrestle, and I found the guy through you that hooked me up with wrestling. And
Yeah.
I have been to some venues that, frankly, I would describe in a word, unsanitary. I have.
And you could
I have
probably
been.
figure out some other words, but yeah.
I have been into many an armories. I have
Yeah.
been that. So through my adventures, I made friends with a young gentleman who used to wrestle in NXT. He's wrestling in Houston. Well, last year he did this show and he broke his hip on the show.
Mm.
So this crazy guy, he's going to wrestle the same date, same venue, and it's in Houston. Well, now I live 2 hours from Houston, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go see him.
Mm.
And so I have an address where he's going to, and I said I'm going to go see him. And he said, "Man, so it's just you and Anna, And so he goes, "Man, I'm gonna be sure you're on the list." I go, okay. So, man, we get to the address. First off, there's some emo kid convention going down the street. I mean, there's just like emo kids everywhere.
Sweet.
I don't know if there was a My Chemical Romance tribute band playing. I don't know what was going on.
Rock out, dude.
But there was emos kids as far as I could see, like Robert Pattinson, like shirts, everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the emo kids are into these days. But
whatever
anyway,
it is, it's cool.
yeah, it's cool. Whatever you do, you boo boo.
That's
So
right.
I finally find the venue, and it's like in what looks like is a storage unit they have souped up
Nice.
into a wrestling venue. I don't see anybody selling tickets. And so I'm like, hey man, I walked to a guy, I don't know what to do. And he goes, did you buy a ticket? I said, well, Miguel says he's got me. He goes, he just looks confused, like, well, just go sit anywhere.
Did you bring a lawn chair?
I did. No, they had voting chairs, but it was just like, so I texted my friend. I go, I hope I'm in the right place. He goes, me too. And I go, okay. And so I texted him that story. I'm like, dude, I just like, well, Miguel said he got me. He's like, he just looked like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I don't feel like messing with this. So go sit there. Just go sit anywhere you want. So,
Well, Clint, I got a question for you.
yeah.
We've both done some dumb things for not much money or any money.
Yeah, no.
You're talking about one of them when you're wrestling.
Right, yeah. I've spent far more than I've made.
Unless I'm mistaken, you didn't get independently wealthy from doing that.
I did not.
But a guy has gotten very wealthy. He was already wealthy before he started, but Logan Paul,
Oh my goodness.
He took a broken jaw this weekend.
Yeah.
From what I hear, got at least $92 million.
Right.
Probably more than that when you add in what he's making off of endorsements and products and everything else. Over 100 million, I'm sure. Right. So my question, Clint, is what kind of punishment and who would you take it from for $92 million?
Dude, I would do things we can't describe. It's just okay. No, here's a better question. You saw what happened to him.
Yeah.
Just jaw broke, and you've seen the face swollen up afterwards. Would you do that for $1 million? Would you take that for $1 million?
Yeah.
Okay. See, would you take that for $500,000?
A broken, just like a punch like that,
and that breaks your jaw. Yeah.
Well, as a possibility from a guy like that.
Yeah.
I would consider it.
See what I'm saying? What's our dignity worth? It's
That's a,
far,
I mean, to me,
far,
that's
apparently
not
far less than Jake Paul's.
the dignity thing isn't that huge there. I mean, like
Yeah,
like I didn't get into wrestling like you did, but Clint, I've taken metal music stands to the head
yeah,
for a skit at a church deal,
right.
and it almost knocked me out. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, and I didn't get,
Oh,
and I was like you said, I was paying to be there. Like it wasn't, like I wasn't making money off it. I've taken, you know, I've been to some of those wrestling deals, and I've taken, you, DD, you pile drive me before and body slam me. I've been body slammed. You know, now I knew I wasn't going to get hurt on those, but
you're lucky though.
yeah.
They let me pile drive you. That's a mistake, buddy.
Now your brother Paul did DDT me one time, and I couldn't walk for about 30 seconds and went
Yeah.
numb. And I'm probably still struggling from that. But
We
anyway,
can we blame on Paul. A lot
it's
of
all
things to
Paul's
blame on
fault.
Paul. Yeah, Paul.
But yeah, I would consider taking a punch for 500.
Knowing that it's going to do that kind of damage is like, what's it going to be worth? Because I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, now if I knew it was going to break my jaw, if I just knew it was the possibility, I would be dumb enough to think it won't break my jaw. But
right?
it
Yeah,
probably would still would. You know what I mean? Like, but
yeah. But,
I'm
I
a
mean,
positive thinker.
the things I would put myself through for $92 million is frankly unspeakable on this podcast and would get us both canceled.
What
And
they were talking about on the buzz today, Justin Aker and then we're talking about would you cut off a finger for
yes,
$92 million?
yep, 100%, 100%.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's wow. Yeah. That would so anyway, money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. 100. I mean, for 92 million, you could do that and then put it in the blender and I would drink it.
Yeah,
That,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
I got another question for you, Clint.
okay.
If I were to pay you, say, $1.5 million a year,
Okay.
um, would you work on your free throws?
Yeah, yeah, I probably would.
Would you get pretty good at free throw shooting?
I think I would. Yeah.
Mm. Well, I wish some Razorbacks would do.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That was one of the big differences in the game against Houston to transition into to the game this weekend.
Yeah. And like I was telling me, I think for podcast, I didn't get to watch a second of it. And I can find football games on the radio, on my satellite radio, but unfortunately couldn't do that with the basketball games. So
You would think being close to Houston, you'd be able to find it,
I know.
or at
Well,
least
you know what?
there.
And I didn't look at FM. That's probably my bad.
Yeah, but no, but yeah, man, that you know, the game was a interesting one. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We knew it was going to be a test. That was no doubt about it, right? Houston is a great team, and few things are true. Okay, they came out and shot better than we did. We didn't shoot as well. They shot better. We got in some foul trouble. Carter Knox, Trevor Brazil, later on Billy Richmond. That hurt us because Billy Richmond was hot. Billy Richmond was making things happen when he was out there, and that foul trouble hurt us. Darius Acuff continues to impress. He continues to be the steady Eddie, the engine that is driving this boat. Man, he's the guy. But some of the rest of them, it just we didn't shoot as well, but we still scored was 80
Yeah, like 84,
85
85.
points.
Yeah.
94-85 when we lost by 9. If we would have just Darius Acuff was 8 of 11 on free throws. Pringle was 0 for 2. Malik Ewan went to the free throw line 17 times and only made 10. Okay. Right there, I mean, you're not going to ask him to make all of them, but just those guys doing a little better on free throws get you closer, you know.
Yeah, no, and we I noticed that earlier in the season where they weren't a great free throw shooting team, and and Cal's had a team that has lost the national championship at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Um, so
You
hopefully they
know,
get that corrected.
Carter Knox was 1 of 5 from three. Acuff was 1 of 3, which 1 of 3 is not bad. DJ Wagner was 3 of 6 from
Yeah,
three. Billy Richmond was 2 for 2. Billy Richmond only hit 5 threes all of last year. And I think that's 6 on the year this year so
yeah.
far.
So I think we've got a Sister of the Poor coming up this week.
Yeah, I can't remember. No,
I,
we don't have any games for a little while.
I think we got one more bye win, and then it's on to SEC play,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, let me pull up the schedule here. Um,
we're really prepared, guys.
yeah, we got James Madison next, the 29th. So we got well, now it's 8 days, um, or 7 days, sorry, until that game. And then Tennessee on the 3rd of January. We'll start SEC play.
Yeah.
James Madison, we're playing at 8 in the evening. Wow, that's weird.
That's like past your bedtime, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Like you
That's
need to be
I'm
tucked
too old
in.
to stay up for that one. But
Yeah, what's funny is I always say, like the last time I said, well, I'll be in bed by the end of this game, and I was up at the end of the game.
just looking at the schedule here, we got Ole Miss game the 17th of January at 9 p.m. South Carolina at 9 p.m.
Those are actually 8.
9
They're
p.m.
9 Eastern. Yeah,
Vandy, 8:30 for LSU. Daggone, man.
those are all those times you're reading are Eastern
No,
on me.
that's on
But well, mine says different.
oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It must
once
be.
again, we
Oh,
spare
oh, it
every
is
expense.
Eastern. Sorry. It is
Yeah, we
Eastern.
spare every expense researching topics.
My bad.
Yeah.
So that'll be 8 o'clock. So that's not too bad.
Or source is Travis's Uncle Jebediah.
Well, it's actually I'm looking at Hog Sports schedule.
Yeah.
I don't know why
So
they would
Blake,
have
but
their schedule.
basically this is Trey Biddy trying to sabotage a rival podcast is what this
Well,
is.
look, normally we talk good about Trey, but hey, dude, he's jealous of us, so he's
He's
trying to.
just mostly or good looks.
That's it. Yeah.
I would say
He wishes he could have hair like us.
well, speaking of hair, Travis.
Okay.
Speaking of
I
hair.
didn't know we were going to speak of hair, but go ahead.
Well, we are. I'm going to speak of hair today. So,
Okay.
when I was a young man, I dyed my hair jet black for poops and giggles.
Yeah.
Then one time, me and Matt Nelson, we bleached her hair. Why? For poops and giggles. By the way, that's a very, very painful process. I would never do that again.
Yeah.
You ever bleached your hair?
I just dyed it blonde and it turned
Yeah.
out orange.
Well, because you're so dark-headed, it would just,
Yeah.
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 No, it was bleached. I real slim shaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I was a kid having fun. Now that I've gotten older, I'm not doing Rogaine.
Yeah.
I've noticed if you go back to our early podcast, you can tell this is a lot thicker and this is a lot browner.
Yeah.
But it just as I get older.
Yeah.
Did you see College Game Day? And did you see? I think I didn't see it, but I think McAfee gave him some crap about it. But Nick Saban needs to somebody needs to say, look, dude. Look, dude.
Yeah.
That don't even look.
Yeah.
It looked like someone just took shoe polish and just rubbed it in his head right before he went out
Yeah,
there.
I don't understand. You're like the greatest college coach of all time, arguably, right?
Yeah.
Why do you have to you could come up there with a mohawk if that was your natural look. I mean, he could come up with a toupee and people wouldn't. I mean, dude, just if that's what you are, just be what you are. I
Yeah.
mean, they're not going to care if you're gray. As Miss Terry telling him to do that because she wants him to look younger? I don't know. But
Well,
If she is, then listen to your wife, dude. But I don't. But I
dude,
don't know.
now there's something to be said for growing old gracefully.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you remember before Kenny Rogers died? Brother got a new head.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, I mean, that face had been cut off and stretched so
yeah,
many times
yeah,
that it was like I'm surprised that he could. I'm surprised that he could wink.
yeah, yeah,
Burt Reynolds was just as bad.
yeah. Just
Like,
give it up, man.
look. I
Just,
mean, I'm all for like, hey, if it's gonna make you feel better about yourself, do it. But at some
just
point,
let it go.
like, I mean, like you look at Josh Brolin's dad. Great looking older dude. I'm secure enough in my masculinity to say that. James
Yeah,
Brolin.
yeah,
Because he grew old gracefully.
yeah,
And Kenny
just,
Rogers and Burt Reynolds are out there looking like they've been shellacked.
yeah.
I didn't
Well,
mean to get off on a plastic surgery rant,
yeah.
but
Well, back to
go ahead.
what'll fix the looks of this Razorback team.
Oh, my
Did
bad. I'm
did you
sorry.
happen to watch? Did you happen to watch Cal's post game?
I did not. I did not. You told me to
Now,
go back and watch it, but
now here's the deal, Clint. And like I've said on here before, okay, I was not the biggest Cal fan before he came to Arkansas. In fact, I need to research and find that T-shirt that's out there that says "I hate" and it's got a slash through it that says "Love Cal." Okay, because that's me. Because I didn't like him at UMass. I didn't like him when he's in the pros. I didn't like him at Memphis. I started to like him a little better at Kentucky. Okay, he started to grow on me a little bit um, because I was hearing him a little more because he was an SEC guy. He's won me over big time, and I
yeah,
love. And now his press conferences are a little annoying because he doesn't. He's like a politician. He doesn't listen to the question. He just talks about whatever he wants to talk about. But the things he says is really good. And after the Texas Tech his press conference, he said some things that I really enjoyed. I think I talked about those last week.
yeah,
But after this one, he said, "Look," he said, "they were better than us." He said if we and he pointed out how many they points they scored. He said if we'd hit our free throws, it's a different game. He said we just got to make our shots. But what I'm such a believer in is that he's going to have, and I've said it on here 100 times, so much to teach from that game Saturday. There's so much they're going to learn from. And also, there's going to be some humility that comes out of it
yeah, 100%.
because it's easy, it would be easy for them to start feeling kind of full of themselves after the week they had before that. Start thinking, oh, we got it all together. And then all of a sudden, Houston said, not quite, boys. There's still some work you got to do. The good thing is, this team is talented enough to figure that out, to put it together, and to do big things with it down the line.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's
you
what
don't play games like this unless you got a good basketball team, and we've
yeah.
got a good basketball team. So.
And that's what I think is going to happen. I think this is going to be one of those things that they say, like he's already said, they've learned a lot from Michigan State. They learned a lot from Duke. And I think they're going to say we're so glad we played Houston and
Yeah.
in New Jersey because we learned a lot from that. Okay.
There you go.
Now, while this is all happening, okay, Clint, things are happening with football. And the staff is starting to be rounded out.
Yeah, and a lot of people are rounding out their staffs, Travis.
Well, yeah, but for Arkansas, we added another offensive line coach, so that means he's an offensive line assistant today. So that's three.
Right.
I mean, two main ones and then a third one. We got, I think, four defensive back guys. So one thing that tells us is that this staff is going to be a lot bigger than what we've had in the past. Now, only as far as what I've heard, that only 10 of those guys can go out and recruit.
Right. Yeah.
Only 10 of them. But the rest of them can be at practice on the field. I think now they can be even on the field during the game or in the booth during the game, actively coaching. Okay. So I think that's going to do a lot for this team. And I think that's one of the things they had to give to whoever I think they had to promise that to whoever they hired as a coach. I don't think that's just a thing Silverfield was probably asking for. I think when they talked to Golish, when they talked to whoever else of the 20 coaches he talked
Well,
to.
you remember Pittman said something out of the Arkansas State game. He's like, "Look, I would agree to anything when
Yeah.
I became head coach here." So I think he probably agreed to some stuff he wished later on
Yeah.
he hadn't agreed to.
Well, and as things are changing, they're looking at what other teams are doing, and so they're having to see what what it's going to take to make a successful team. I think that's
Well,
one of
and
the
I think
things.
a football GM was almost just exclusively to the football program was very much needed.
Oh, for sure.
And then the scouting structure and
Well, and
it's
not only that football GM, but also giving him a staff.
yeah.
So that GM plus the people that's going to be in support of that.
Yeah. And it seems like so far the portal's being a lot more kind to us so far as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, you know, Ian was it Ian Jafar, the nose tackle that
yeah,
famously 380 pounds
right.
uh, that couldn't tackle, that kept getting muscled out. He's transferring. He put
Yeah.
out a good statement today, thanking Arkansas fans, like all of them do. I'm sure ChatGPT helped him with that. But anyway, I mean, no, I say that. Yeah, I'm sure
I'm sure. Well, I'm
he
not saying
meant
he
it.
did it either.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
sure he
use
meant it.
it.
Yeah, but but no, he said he's transferring. That's not a huge surprise. That does hurt depth wise because that is a place that where we really don't need to take any hits in depth. We need to put some people there. So you feel better because two of your big recruits from Arkansas that you flipped are from that position. So you kind
Well,
of hope that happens.
and you really, and with who you've talked about this, with who we have coming back on offense. If KJ Jackson develops into a upper level, top half SEC quarterback, and they fix the defense in the portal, it will be a good year next year.
Yeah,
He will be, but I mean, but those are two big ifs.
big
Uh,
ifs.
and I do think one of the things I think you've seen with Silverfield was he's watched all the practice film, so he knows who he wants to keep and who he wants to kind of push out. And he's recruited a lot of these guys, and I think we're gonna get some of the talent from Memphis coming over as well. I think
Yeah,
you're gonna
they
see
they
a
had
lot
a
of
running back enter the portal today.
there was a
There's a
top
lot of
50
people.
guy, was he not?
I think so. So he's a guy that they think we're going to have a good chance at. But I mean, the big if is going to be what they can. I think the offense will be serviceable. Um, no matter what. But I think the defense is going to be the big if because there's a lot. I mean, it already needed help, and then you're already going to lose some people with experience. So are the guys you bring in going to be? And are the coaches going to put together a scheme that it's going to do well? So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean, I think that's what I mean. Really, Travis, I think that's what this boils down to. Silverfield's won me over.
Yeah.
He just has. I'm not seeing a coach come out there and rally the fan base since Houston Nutt got on the hill. I really haven't, and
I'll
I
tell you
think
an interesting thing that happened this week. I don't know if you saw it, but Arkansas media guy, I think it was, I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to probably say the wrong name, but it was an Arkansas media guy put a request in to interview your boy, Mike Norville from Florida State. And
right,
Norville, and like he said he didn't know Norville. He just put in a request with the Florida State and Norville accepted it. And so he got an interview with Norville. And for one thing, I think that says a lot about Silverfield that why else? I mean, Norville thinks enough of him. Okay, whether and I know we don't think a lot about Norville on this
yeah,
podcast, but he thinks enough about Silverfield to where he was willing to do an interview that he knew was going to be all questions about Silverfield. You
right,
know,
yeah.
now Norville has connections to Arkansas, and I'm sure and all those kind of things. But I thought that was good, and he said a lot of great things about him. He said, he said he was proud to bring him from bring him from the NFL to Memphis, and that he did a great job for him, and all that kind of stuff. And so he, that's good, man. That's good when you got a guy.
Yeah.
Once again, no matter what you think about Norval, a guy at one of the best colleges in the country, a power school, is willing to do a short interview with somebody just to brag about their new coach. Okay.
Yeah.
A guy that he's going to compete with in, portal and in recruiting and things like that. But
we've hired their running back coach.
Yeah. So, I mean, I thought that's good. And that says a lot about Silverfield. And that tells you what people think about him. Okay. Yeah. So, and you haven't really heard people talking about, hey, that was a terrible hire. There's a few people that have said it's questionable because there's unknowns, right? The question is, did he really prove that much at Memphis? Okay, that's the big question. And that is the big question. That's what that's the answers we're looking for. But like you said, so far he's winning everybody over. So,
well, he had Memphis in constant conference championship contention.
Yeah.
And if he gets Arkansas where they're in consistent conference championship contention, then he'll do that. Let's see what he can do, Travis.
Yep. Now, like you said, Clint, there's lots of people getting jobs right now, and there's a coach that we don't name anymore on this podcast.
Nope. He that shall not be named.
But he apparently is now working at a school that uses powder blue as their colors. It's had some pretty good basketball teams over the years.
I think we can say North Carolina safely.
Yeah.
Just then we can't see the other name.
Yeah.
We can even say Belichick.
Yeah. A school that has a coach that has a tendency to like younger girls. But anyway, he
Yellers.
But you and I were talking about this earlier. And there's some interesting patterns, if you will.
Patterns, yeah. It's like these coaches are desperate, hanging on for the job. But who can I go get? Oh, I'll go get he that shall not be named.
Yeah,
I will go get, and then that person can get that job. And if it falls apart, if it goes bad, not his fault. It's not my fault. It's Jimbo Fisher's fault. It's Sam Pittman's fault. It's Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jennifer Hudson's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, and see that's the interesting thing. That's the real interesting thing is if you look at it from the coach that shall not be named side of things, right? He's picking jobs, and we don't know what other jobs he had offers for, but I'm guessing any of the three positions he's had as offensive coordinator, if he would have had a chance at more solid positions where a coach was in a solid position,
right, yeah.
I bet it would have been at a smaller school, less paying, more than likely. I'm just guessing.
From North Carolina's school, I think it makes sense too. I think it's a good one. Two NFL guys.
And I'm going to get to that. I'm looking at it from his side first, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so, like, what you're saying is he's looking at it like, okay, if I go there, the pressure is still going to be on Belichick, just like it was on Fisher, just like it was on Pittman, right? Yeah. Now, if you're looking at it from the school's position, you got a guy that has been known to come in and instantly make an impact and improve the offense of a team. He has done that. As much as we're not fans of him, and I'm definitely not, but I'll say it. He does do that. Okay. My problems with him are about the longevity and overtime and the quality of leadership he has.
If you think Belichick's going to let him overspend on offense and take the hit on defense, you are sorely mistaken.
For sure. Yeah. That's going to be a frustrating thing for him.
I have no doubt he will let him call the offense, and he will be out of his way.
Yeah.
And when it comes time to make in-game decisions, you'll have nobody better. But you're not going to be able to do what you did at Arkansas, which is get all the
Yeah.
goodies on your
It
side of
ain't
the
gonna
ball.
be Pittman going, yeah, whatever you want to do, Bobby. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah,
And then Pittman just being the
the
you know
fall guy.
or Pittman being the good cop in all the situation, which I think that's what he was. But here's the other thing. From the coach that shall not be named point of view, is he looking at this as this is my chance to get these are my chances to get a better head coaching job if I go in, because I think that was part of why he came to Arkansas was thinking he could, if Pittman didn't work out, he could end up being the next guy. And maybe he's thinking maybe I end up being North Carolina's guy whenever they get rid of Belichick next year.
Yeah.
And that's his better. He's got a better shot at doing that from the inside than he does from the outside because from the outside he's probably not going to be considered. But from the
Yeah.
inside, if his offense is performing, well, I mean, he would have been Arkansas's coach if they would have won a couple games.
I know. I wholeheartedly believe that he he had his opportunity.
Oh, for sure.
But Trev, the first round of the playoffs was this past week.
Yep.
It opened up Friday night with Alabama versus Oklahoma.
Yep.
First off, I love the home playoff games. I absolutely love having the home playoff games. What do you think, Trev?
Um,
I mean,
here's
I know
my
your old
here's my
man, get
thought
off
on
my
it.
lawn, give me the BCS.
I am. Here's my thought on it. I think you either do home playoff games all the way through the playoff, or you get rid of them and do neutral the whole way.
I think the first two rounds and then the semis and then the finals neutral.
Well,
That's
because here's the deal: it's not fair that the teams that get a bye don't get a home playoff game at all.
yeah.
I think it's sad. I think it's sad that Indiana, Ohio State, that they're not getting to host a game. I think it would have been wonderful for Indiana to host a playoff
Yeah,
game.
and then I mean, it's not really that big of a treat for Georgia or Texas Tech. It'd been a big deal as
Yeah,
well.
Texas Tech would have been huge. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
love
mean,
it.
I think that would have been huge.
But
So I'm for giving at least I think okay maybe the first two rounds, but
yeah,
I'm also fine with making them both neutral. Because
you
look,
know
you
what?
had two road teams win.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
Alabama got revenge on Oklahoma.
yeah.
And then you had
Miami,
Miami and A&M in a bowling shoe ugly game.
yeah.
I mean, just bowling shoe ugly.
I
And
think
then you
bowling shoes
had
are kind of sweet.
some of them are. And then you had happen what just could not happen if you were a group of whatever schools won't
Yeah,
even help. What could not happen was your two representatives could not go and get the brakes beat off of them.
yeah,
And that's exactly what happened.
yeah,
The I'm all for there needs to be a reasonable path for a deserving group of whatever school get in.
yeah,
If you have a team like some of the Boise teams from the past, the Boise team from last year, for example, belonged in that conversation.
yeah.
Um, James Madison this year and um,
Tulane.
Tulane, they did not belong in the conversation. They took a spot from Notre Dame that should have been Notre Dame's, and then BYU should have been in as well. You can't tell me they wouldn't have put up more of a fight than that. Um,
Yeah,
it just it happened. So I think like they did last year with the kind of the way the home field advantage game. I mean, the first round buys went. I think they're going to come in and they're going to they'll probably recalculate it because what happens is when you don't plan for this backdoor scenario where they're going to get two group of five teams in, um, this is the kind of thing that happens. And the one thing about the NCAA is they're not very good at seeing things coming
No.
at all. Never have been. I don't think they ever will be. But no, I think it's and I've made a video on the social medias about this where I think it's time just to do the 12 best teams. Um, but there needs to be a cap, like where like okay, if you have a group of five school, if they've made it through undefeated, um, do they are they ranked in the top 20? I don't know where you put that, but I think that would probably be it. If they make it through undefeated, they're in.
Well, and I think, look, do it this way. And it's just thrown out there. Remember the old BCS? You had three polls, and the computer took those three polls, combined them to give you your top teams, right? Well, if you go to 16, which a lot of people think they're going to end up going to 16, go to 16, do the three polls again. The three polls were the coaches, the AP, and a computer poll, right? So
Okay.
do a computer poll again, do a coaches poll, and then some kind of media poll. Okay. I don't know if they still even got those anymore. I don't even pay attention to all the different polls, but however you want to do it, do something like that to where you have the human elements represented, but then you got just the facts, the analytics represented also. Combine those two and get your top 16 and then go with there. So that way, if you think Boise's good enough or Tulane or James Madison, then rank them in your poll high enough, you know, but, you know, let the people rank them high enough. They'll get questioned, whatever. I mean, there's going to be controversy no matter what we do.
No, no. I mean, even this year, if you just said, "Hey, we're doing the 12 best," and I said Notre Dame and BYU, then you've got Texas and Vanderbilt sitting there going, "Dude, what's up?" And Diego's all salty. He complains about us. You know, it's just there's like you said, there's always going to be controversy. There's always going to be okay. Well, this team should have been a 10 seed in the
Yeah,
NCAA tournament, but I I think the most important thing is to get the best teams in and don't just let inferior competition in there. I mean, it's just
just
not it's
because.
just because hey man, we want to give them an easier game.
Well, and I don't remember the details of it, but the what already, even if they don't change anything right now, Notre Dame's path gets easier the next 2 years.
Yeah.
They're almost guaranteed if they just have a decent year. And so there's going to be people complaining about them getting in with a subpar year, possibly, if they have a subpar year. Okay.
Well, and here's the thing: it was not fair to A&M and Miami. It was also not fair to Oklahoma and Alabama that basically Oregon and Ole Miss got basically a bye week.
Yeah.
One of those a bye week where you hope you. It is not fair to Indiana Indiana and probably Ohio State or Georgia, who plays. I don't know. I know Georgia plays Ole Miss, and I can't remember who plays Oregon. Is
Yeah.
it?
I can't,
No,
I
it
can't
is. It
remember.
is Indiana. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I can't remember. But yeah. But I mean, they still, even though they played weak teams, they still played an extra week. And
Yeah.
it's not like, I mean, Indiana got a week off. So,
No, no, but
you know,
I still believe best. I think the way it should be is the best 16 teams,
yeah.
no conference championship games.
Yeah.
Let's go. First two rounds at home.
Yeah.
That I think that's the answer, and I think that's what we're going to get.
If they
Pandora
would
don't
only
go in the
listen to
box,
us.
and that money's rolling in, so they don't care.
That's
As
right.
long as the checks keep coming in, they're going to keep expanding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, have you watched one single bowl game this year?
No.
No, I don't know what it is. The bowl game's just dead. It's
Not
just
one.
dead. It's
Once again, they need to adopt. Listen, if they just call me up, I can help them organize it. I'll be glad to be the czar of it. Let's put together my spring uh, bowl replacement idea.
there you go.
I'm ready for it. Dion tried to, I know he watches the podcast, so he tried to steal my glory and putting it out there, because he gets a few more people that will listen to
And
him.
what I really hope Dion did while he was stealing your idea was he liked, shared, and subscribed to this podcast.
He should.
I'm
That
sure
would
he
help
should.
him.
I'm sure he should have. Trav?
And it would help his son too, as he's trying to lead the Cleveland Browns and deal with the media there.
I think having a new head coach is going to help him more than anything.
It's about time. I've been banging that drum for a while, but anyway, people don't care about the Browns like I do. So anyway.
There you go.
Well, folks, keep rooting on them Hogs. Basketball. Hey, you know what's coming up? Baseball's not too far away. Baby.
No, it'll be coming
here.
up before you know it. Yeah.
I saw our boy Cam Kozel was doing some kind of charity deal up in Omaha the other day with kids.
Doesn't surprise me
for Christmas. So yeah, man, I'm sure he got some fishing in while he was doing it. So anyway, but folks, thank you so much for watching and listening. We want you to have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays, enjoy time with family and friends, and look, Santa Claus. Listen, dude, I'm still waiting. G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. Still waiting on it. I would have bought my own by now, but it's a little too expensive. Them things are like $1,000 on eBay, so I can't afford it. I need you to come through, Santa Claus. Get your elves, whatever. I'll put the cookies and milk out like I always do. I don't even eat cookies anymore, but I'm willing, dude. Come on. Yeah, come on, dude. I need it, Santa Claus.
There you go.
It's about time. I've been waiting since.
He's tired of waiting, Santa.
I've been waiting since like 1985 for this. Okay.
For Pete's sakes. Get the book.
For the love of all things holy. Clint, here, listen, man, here's the deal. The other day, just real quick, Saturday, I had my Johnson family Christmas deal, right?
All right.
And, did I talk about what I was taking for that?
I don't remember.
Anyway, so I'm going to, we're supposed to, we eat like Tacos for Life, a taco bar. That's what we have to eat, right? Which fits in great with my diet because it's grilled chicken, so that was good. But we're supposed to bring appetizers or desserts. Well, your boy's not a cook. I got some things I can make, but I'm not going to, So anyway, some friends of mine own a local coffee shop and bakery. So they were advertising this cookie platter. So I ordered one of those to take to the family deal. The only problem was I picked it up the day before I was going to leave. And that's, their cookies are really like their chocolate chip cookies, dude. I used to crush them.
Yeah.
But I did good, Clint. I did not eat a one. I didn't touch them. I had it in my truck 24 hours ahead of time. Put them in the back seat. Say, stay behind me, Satan. I ain't doing it. So it was nice. It was good. It's a different world in my world nowadays.
Same here, man.
With the diet deal. So but that's fun. It's kind of different going through holidays like that, but enjoying it. Enjoy family, enjoy all that kind of stuff, folks.
Yeah.
Clint, it's going to be 70 something degrees up here on Christmas.
I don't know what it's going to be here, but I'm sure it's going to be hot. Like it's just
probably warmer than it is here, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably is. So,
all right. Well, folks, have a great one. Go Hogs.
Whoopee.
Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Sweat, work, filthy, dirt. work, my hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come. Listen, I wake up in the morning, I bow my head to pray. Mama told me if I don't, ain't nothing gonna change. These prayers breaking up hard drive so I can sow the seed. Ain't afraid of no aches and pain. Lord knows I gotta follow his lead. That's why I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come. Oh, I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come. Sun beating down so hard, I can barely breathe. Hard to sing a joyful song, the words got me on my knees. Then the gentle breeze blows by, pick me up right on time. Listen, now I know the Lord